Politicians on both sides of the channel faced a big question this morning, and that question was, how best can I leverage the deaths of 27 migrants to further my political career? Business as usual then. And if anything, with France's truly pathetic banning of Britain from Sunday's already meaningless talks on how to stop the deaths and tie off the massive flow of migrants thrown into deadly waters by genuinely evil human traffickers, things just got worse. There's so much wrong here, so much puerile politicking, it's hard to know where to start. But maybe a decent kickoff is the tantrum by French Home Secretary Gerald Darmanin that Boris Johnson went public with his 5-point plan to tackle the migrant crisis. EU politicians prefer their woeful inadequacies as both legislators and human beings to be kept secret, you see. Hilariously, they think we won't spot them. So now we have the truly mind-blowing show of collective political stupidity that is a conference on how to stop migration to Britain without anyone from Britain being allowed to attend. I have long argued that the French, despite a few disagreements, are our friends. It seems I may have been wrong. There is a French election in April and much will depend on Macron wooing the right-wing voters who would naturally cling to Marine Le Pen. Nothing is quite so effective at achieving this as a little Brit-bashing gingoism. And if a few foreigners have to die in the process, well, hey ho, such is the price of power. Boris Johnson's 5-point plan does have a little bit of the feeling it was scribbled on the back of a packet of B&H, but it is not unsensible. And it is a start. Or would be if the French would talk. Cooperation is so obviously key here. And yet the French talk of British boots helping out on French soil as some threat to their sovereignty. Note to French Interior Minister, they have been British boots on French soil trying to help tackle the migrant crisis for years, and vice versa. Yet French sovereignty still seems reasonably intact despite Macron's best efforts to hand it over to Brussels. An MP close to the migrant issue told me last night they were hopeful things might finally be moving and added, if these deaths don't change things then what will, and I was almost convinced. But today we are further back than ever. If it was up to me, I'd return the dead bodies to France. All of them. And let Mr. Macron face the reality of what his arrogance and anti-Brit inaction really means. And let his PR spinners sort that mess out.